Number 2 is for Turkish. So, ladies and gentlemen, we continue the matchday -1 activities with the press conference of Chelsea FC, represented here by the head coach, Mr. Frank Lampard. The floor is yours for questions. Please, before asking the questions, present yourself and your company. We'll start with the gentleman in the corner.
Hi, Frank. This is Calvin from ACL Sports Nigeria. How coaches always used to say that you tend to know more about your players following a defeat. You guys played really well in the first 25, 30 minutes at Old Trafford, ended up getting a drubbing. Has that helped you in a way to know your players going into this game? Have you learned something new about them that you hadn't known before?
In terms of the defeat, I think you always learn as a manager with your players. I thought more than the first 25 minutes, I thought the first 45, 60 minutes we controlled. So the clear lesson for not just the players, but for me, for everybody, is that if you make defensive errors against good teams, it will cost you. So that's clear. That's the first message. The second message for me, and what I learned from the players, was that they did so many good things in the game. It's not easy to speak about them after losing 4-0 because the result says a lot. But in terms of how we played in the game, if you take out the mistakes that led to the goals, there was lots of good things. So we have to analyse, and I have to analyse the lots of good things, and we can improve on them because we need to score goals, not just create chances. And we need to be much better in not committing errors that can lead to chances on a counter-attack, because all good teams will make it difficult for you if you do that.
Gentleman in the back.
Good afternoon, Gafar Darwan, newspaper Kurdsat. Are you optimistic to win that game
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm optimistic because I believe in the players, and I believe in the fact that we are here in the final because we deserve to be. That's the achievement of the players and the club last year, not myself. But I'm very proud to be here managing the team. But I'm also very understanding of the quality of the opposition in Liverpool, a team that deservedly won the Champions League, have a fantastic manager and group of players. So we know it's going to be a big test. But yes, for sure, I believe in my players, and if we can play to our maximum, then we can win the match.
Hello, Frank. John Cross from the Mirror. How you doing? I just wanted to ask you, really, what this match represents for you, for Chelsea, the importance of it, and I guess, is it something that also offers something of a platform, to win a trophy, to really underpin your regime?
It means a lot to the club. I know that firsthand because I lost two. One in poor circumstances because we lost against Atletico Madrid, having been champions of Europe, winning the Champions League, and we were far off that game, and we gave them the Super Cup. It was different against Munich. We lost, unfortunately, I believe. But I understand the feeling of when you work hard to get into this game, which is a game between two champions of a different degree. It's important as a club like Chelsea that we give everything to try and win it, because it leads on to your second point that yes, it does mean something. It means something to us as another trophy as a club, and for me it would be a really nice start for me personally, but more than that, a feeling for the players with the season coming up that we can compete against Liverpool, win a cup, our name that goes down in our history, and go on from there. Yeah, so we certainly understand the importance of it.
Lady in the corner.
I'm not the lady. Sorry. Hi, Frank. Hi, Bad News. question about N'Golo Kante and Jorginho. So you played more young players against Manchester United, and N'Golo Kante was absent because of the injury. So can we expect a more experienced squad against Liverpool? And another question is about the tactics. Your team has been aggressive against Manchester United, the pressing at the other stuff. And can we expect that kind of football, or you'll be more closed? Thank you.
As you said, the selection of N'Golo Kante on the bench was purely because he's had an injury pre-season, has missed a big part of pre-season, and his off-season was injured throughout. So he wasn't ready for the game. But I'm very aware of how important he is for us as a player. He also picked up another small injury in the game, which is again a danger if you try to bring players in. So we are assessing that with regards to tomorrow. With regards to the whole squad and picking inexperienced or experienced teams, I completely pick the best team that I see to win the game, regardless of age. I think it's very important to have a competitive team. Yes, if young players are showing what they can do in training and deserve their chance. For example, Mason Mount deserves his chance completely on absolute merit as opposed to age. I will have no fears to play young players because it's important for a club like Chelsea that we do that. But they need to deserve their chance. And in terms of how we set up as a team, I really liked some of our aggressive off-the-ball work against Manchester United. We won the ball back a lot, and it was more that we didn't finish off the opportunities that we got from that lost us the game. But we have to be slightly adaptable. We have to respect the strengths of the opponent. And Liverpool is a different challenge to Manchester United. It doesn't mean that we are prepared to concede ground or defend our own box, but there may be subtle changes in how we approach, but the main thing that has to stay is the intensity of our work rate to win the ball back.
Gentleman in the first row.
Hi Frank, Sammy from the Daily Mail. The perception of the Chelsea manager's job is that it's a bit of a roller coaster at times. Has this week kind of summed it up a little bit? You've had the transfer window last week and David Luiz leaving. We had the defeat at Old Trafford, but now you're playing in a cup final. Are you learning about the Chelsea job and it being a roller coaster?
I don't think you can lay that one down to Chelsea. This week is a good example of a roller coaster, but I had a year at Derby last year in management where I had similar roller coasters particular parts of the season, and I think that comes with managerial jobs. It becomes particularly with a job like a Chelsea, like a Liverpool, Manchester United, Man City, all the bigger teams. But I understand what you're saying. Yes, I'm very prepared for that. It has been a week where a lot's happened, but I was ready for that, and I certainly don't fear that. There are challenges every day in this job. One from a small decision at the training ground to a bigger decision in a player or after a result, etc. So yeah, I'm prepared for that, and we'll see what the roller coaster brings going forward.
Gentleman in the back.
I'm Swara Karim from Kurdsat newspaper. Hi, Lampa. As you know, Hazard was a great player, we can say he was one of the Chelsea leader in the field. Now, who's going to fill his position?
Well, I agree completely. I was a huge fan of Eden Hazard as a Chelsea fan. I played with him. For me, clearly one of the best players in world football. And last season, but not just last season, over his time at Chelsea, the most productive player in the team generally in terms of assists and goals, and a leader. So you cannot replace him individually. I think it's pretty much impossible because of the high level that he is at now in his career. But on the good news and the positive news for us, and we must stay calm and be patient with this, but we have a group of players, some younger players, some experienced players, that now have the opportunity to show that collectively and individually they can step up. Because, yeah, you're missing a huge amount of assists and goals, that's clear. So the answer is that as a team, we have to find a way to carry on, because a football club like Chelsea will always carry on. Eden Hazard, John Terry, Didier Drogba, etc. players move on, and then it's down to the next players, the next manager. That's our big challenge now, to to say good luck to Eden Hazard and to carry on as Chelsea.
We'll take 3 more questions. Gentleman here, and lady there.
Hi Frank, Simon Peach from the Press Association. I just wanted to ask about the winning DNA. Obviously, in the Abramovich era, Chelsea have always won by hook or by crook. We saw that in Azerbaijan. Is it important to retain that, to win tomorrow? Is that vital to instill it in those younger players that perhaps haven't had that winning feeling?
Yeah, I understand the question in terms of Chelsea have won a lot with lots of change and different players and different, slightly small, different eras. It's hard to pinpoint what winning mentality is or DNA is. For me, it comes from a work ethic on the training ground day in, day out. It comes from a spirit and a bond that the players work at daily in training to bring to matches like tomorrow. So I don't want to give the squad or the young players the ultimatum that if tomorrow they're not successful, that's the winning mentality gone. It's not. I lost finals, I lost semi-finals, I lost big games with a really good squad. And you have to carry on and be tough in times that are tough. So I think it's more now, as I see it, starting this job, it's not a big question about tomorrow. We are really wanting to win tomorrow, of course. But the bigger picture is how we work together to become now a team. We just mentioned Eden Hazard leaving. We mentioned circumstances around the team, with transfer ban, etc. It's very clear this year what we have, the squad that we have, the situation we're in, and we need to start, as you start every season, with a fresh start. Yes, a winning mentality, but that comes from working hard day in, day out to get that. Tomorrow will be a great start with that.
Hi Frank, Paul Gilmore from Sky Sports. I just wondered if you could give us an update on any team news, anyone returning for the game, and also in Mason Mount. Do you see any similarities to Frank Lampard, the player? Is that something you see in him going forward?
In terms of team news, I mentioned N'Golo Kante. He has a small injury which we're concerned with, and I'll have to make a decision on that with him this evening. Because he picked up another knock and he's had a very broken pre-season. Willian and Antonio Rudiger are here with us. They also are in different stages. Willian is not far from fit. His injury is healed, but he's missed a pre-season. So for one, to put him in a high-intensity match would be tough, and not just that, as importantly, a risk for him. So we have to be careful with him. So he'll be working through this week on fitness. Because we need William back is an important part for us. But tomorrow he'll be on the bench, but we'll see if he will come on. And similarly with Rudiger, they're in positions where they're feeling good, but we have one more step to go to where we want to be. But it's great news that they're there or thereabouts, and it's great that they're here with us because they were part of the squad that got to this final. So I thought it was very important to bring everyone who was part of that. With Mason, I don't like to compare. Particularly against myself, it's not easy because there are different players. Everybody's a different player, and but what I will do is just talk about Mason himself and say that he has a fantastic attitude. He has incredible energy and work ethic for the team, with and without the ball, which is something that is pivotal to how I want my teams to play in terms of how we win the ball back and how we keep possession. And he has a fantastic talent. To be part of possession, to make assists and to score goals. And I think the scoring goals thing is something that he will really step up levels with as his game improves. So, yeah, I am a huge fan of his. He's part of the first team squad, and I still think there's so much more to come from him.
Frank, Jane Dougal, BBC. It's an all-female refereeing team tomorrow. How positive do you feel that is when it comes to progression of women in officiating?
It's great news. It's great news. I'm very pleased to be a part of this moment in history, which is very much due. I think the game has come on a long way in many ways in terms of the Women's World Cup, which we all watched this summer, in terms of how much respect the game's getting, how many people are watching it, the interest in the game. I think we were very slow everywhere on this, and now we are trying to make strides, and there's still a long way to go, but in terms of tomorrow, I think it's a huge moment. It should be very well addressed, and we're all very pleased. As I say, I'm pleased, we are pleased that it's a historical moment. It is one more step in the right direction, I would say.
Mr. Lampard, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll continue in a
Thank
few moments with the players.
Thank you. Thanks.
So we continue the press conference with the players. Today, representing Chelsea are Cesar Azpilicueta and Pedro Rodriguez. Please, before asking your question, present yourselves and your media company. The floor is yours. Gentlemen, the glass is there.
Çağrı Davran, Fanatik.
Çağrı Davran, newspaper Fanatic. Against Manchester United.
I prefer the Turkish language. Okay.
Against Manchester United, you played a very good game, but you had a very bad score, 4-0. And now you're going to play against Liverpool. And last year they were going to become the champions of the league. So what do you feel about this game?
Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. As you said, last Sunday we got a tough result. Obviously, the first half, I think we controlled the game. We were much better than them since the first second. I think we dominate all parts of the game apart from the result, where obviously we were 1-0 down at halftime, but we had a lot of chances where we could change the game. But at the end, we lost 4-0. That obviously is not the result we wanted. It was a heavy defeat. But we have to improve what we did wrong. I think, especially in the first half, we we saw a lot of positives where the team did very well, where we could control the game. It's not easy to come to Old Trafford and to did it in the way we did. But the only way is to work hard, to learn from the mistakes, to obviously to regroup as a team, to work hard, and hopefully tomorrow we know that we are facing a strong side, but hopefully we can be at our best and to get the result that we all want tomorrow.
Gentleman in the back, all the way.
Hola, buenas tardes, señores. Tengo una pregunta.
Excuse me, only in English or Turkish.
Merhabalar, Serkan Bayar.
Hello, my name is Serkan Bayar. So tomorrow we have a final. In this final, there will only be 1 or 2 English players. So how do you see this game? Do you think it's a game between 2 English teams or as a Premier League match?
Okay, hello everybody. Don't listen very well with this, sorry. But yeah, it's a final. It's another game, big game for us. It's another trophy. It's good when you start winning a trophy during the season. It's good for the confidence for the future as well. And it will be a difficult game for us because Liverpool is a strong team with great players. It's a solid team. It's good in counter as well. For this, he said us before, we need to read well the game. We need to stay compact all the time. And when create chance, we need to score if you want to win. But yeah, it's a great opportunity to win a trophy and to start in a good way for us.
Gentleman in the first row.
Sati Shaker Empowers Sport. Have you, you players have won just about everything there is to win with Chelsea. How important is this match for you, given all the things that you've already won?
Well, this is a trophy, it's a European trophy. There is not many chances to be here if you don't win the Champions League or the Europa League. We have been here with Chelsea the 3rd time in the last 8 years, so that speaks that we were winning trophies in Europe, which is very important. We lost 2 finals in 2012 and 2013, so hopefully this year we can change it, we can win it. We know that it's an important trophy. It's always good to be involved in this kind of finals at the start of the season. It's a great way to start, and hopefully we can win it tomorrow.
Yeah, same. No, I repeat, it's good when you win this kind of trophy for the start of the season. Is very well, because in the future you have with more confidence, and it's good. No, it's my 4th final here in Super Cup. I just lucky to win the last 3, and I have also good memories in the last final. And maybe tomorrow can win, but will be the very difficult game for us.
Lady in the back.
Okay, hola, ¿qué tal? Lola Hernández, Fox Sport Latinoamérica. Tomorrow the referee is a woman. How important is this for the soccer history?
Well, obviously it's very important, but we have to see it as a natural thing. I think we have to see the war as a unit. You know, we don't have to create any kind of difference. It's true that is the first time that a woman would referee a men's game, but you know, I'm happy to move forward, to see the world always improving, and I'm very happy with the result in the World Cup, Women's World Cup, where we could see an amazing attendance in every stadium, where we enjoyed, all of us, a great World Cup. And I think this is the only way to move forward. With this opportunity, I'm sure everything will be fine. There is something that I don't see any problem on that. We take it naturally, and hopefully tomorrow we get the result that we want. That is all we want to think about.
Yeah, same like Gaspi, no? It's a good news for the quality and for the value. So I think in this kind of sport, it's so difficult for the girls in the past and now. I think it's a good news, no? I'm very happy for this news, and maybe tomorrow for her as well. It's a good moment. It's a good game. I think I'm very happy for this news. Repeat.
Gentleman in blue jacket.
Good evening. My name is Darawan. I am from networking Kurdsat. My question for Pedro, because you are Spanish and you're an offensive player, what is your opinion between Sergio Ramos and Van Dijk, defensive player?
It's a good two central midfielders, central defenders. Sorry, and I think in this moment is these two players is on the top in this line, and Sergio Ramos is very good. I know very well him. He's a good defender, great with the ball, good passes, good defender as well. And Van Dijk also is the same. You know, he's so strong, very good in the air, good in passes as well, score goals. There are two big players. I think he's good. He's in a great moment now. Van Dijk for the last season with Liverpool is in a very good season for them, winning the Champions League. Also, the best player in Premier League. I think it's good. He's in a good moment. He's a good defender.
We'll take two more questions. One from the gentleman in the green shirt and one from the gentleman with the glasses. Now behind you in the second row.
I will ask the Turkish. Gökmen Özcan.
Gökmen Özcan, Fanatic newspaper. Pedro, I would like to wish you lots of success and to the whole team. Pedro, you were previously in Barcelona and you played many similar games, and now everyone's favorite is Liverpool Football Club. But how do you feel the energy of the club if you compare it to Barcelona, and when you compare it to the ambiance you had with the players in Barcelona? What can you say about the motivation and the atmosphere of Chelsea players?
The atmosphere here at Chelsea is so high, with the players as well, in a good way, good desire to win this trophy. I repeat, no, in the past, yeah, it's different. I play in another team, but here I have more ambitions to win this trophy. European trophy win here is so difficult, and for me, I repeat, I'm happy to be in another final here with Chelsea, with my teammates, and tomorrow will be a strong game for us. But I have opportunity to do it well and to fight for the title. If you win the trophy, but it's good for the future, for the start of the season again against Leicester. But I think the important thing is the mentality tomorrow, to stay strong, to stay compact, and to fighting together as a big team, with this desire and with this mentality to win this title. No?
Last question.
Hi, John Murray from the BBC. Question for Cesar. Tammy Abraham was very close to making a brilliant start to the season on Sunday, if that hadn't hit the post. What have you seen in him that makes you sure that he will go on to be a success at the highest level?
Well, I know Tammy for a long time when he was in the academy, and I I saw him a lot of times training when he was on loan. I saw his improvement. I think we are talking about a player that his dream was to be in Chelsea in the first team. Since he was very young, he was in Chelsea. So after 2 long spells, he got the chance to be here. But because he deserves, he made an amazing job last season in Aston Villa. In pre-season, he has worked very hard, and he got the chance to start the game on Sunday, and he was very close to start very well, scoring a goal that obviously is what the strikers they live for goals. But we need to keep encouraging him to do his job, to do his movements. Obviously, we know that at this age, the only way he will go is up, and he will keep improving day by day. And we trust on him. We know that to be a striker in Chelsea demands a lot. Demands your best level in every single day, but I'm confident and I trust him a lot, and hopefully he will give us a lot of success in Chelsea, because, as I said before, he's a player that he has a great talent, great work rate, and obviously that goal could help more for the confidence, but I really trust him.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. You're now free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you would like to attend the training of Chelsea FC, please just step outside the room and follow our volunteers to your working positions. We'll continue with the Liverpool press conference at 7:15. Thank you.